welcome to another episode of Motors for the Masses. Now today we're outside CMV Automotive in Lowestoft, where they do performance cars and classic cars. So we're going to head on inside, see what they've got and see what's coming in. Okay, what we have here is a 1979 Lancia Beta. Now this one has the 1.3 litre twin cam engine, which means it has 82 brake horsepower and 61 pounds-foot of torque. 0 to 60 time is not too unreasonable for 1979, around about 12 seconds. Now the best thing about this car is, come on, listen. Beautiful. Inside this car, you're sitting in something that's very typically 1970s. The seats are like you're sitting on a blancmange, although they have been described by a customer as though you're sitting on marshmallow, which is pretty accurate. The steering wheel is not upright, it leans forward, so it's got that sort of racy feel, as though you're head forward down in a race kind of thing. Dashboard is very typically 70s with the Beta symbol on the middle. Now you do get your little cubby holes down the side here, one on this side and one on the passenger side, but the unique thing about this is the way you open the glove box. Now, you could be mistaken for thinking you just pull on it, but that's not what you do. There's a little knob underneath here, and if you twist that knob, it pops it open, and then down it comes. Just another one of those nice little Italian touches. Now, another thing that's typically Lancia is, although it's got this design, you could be mistaken for thinking it's a hatchback. In fact, it's not. It's a boot. Now what you do get is a lovely rasp from this exhaust. Have a listen. So, if you wanted this car, it would be for sale to you for around £5,000 to £6,000. Now what we have out the back here is a 1980 Chevrolet Camaro. Now this has the 5.7 litre V8. So what you do get is a fantastic V8 rumble. Now prices for these always go up and down, depending on the market, depending on how many is available. Now this one, you're probably looking anything from 10,000 through 12, up to 15, possibly even 18,000. So go ahead and make an offer. Now this one is a 1979 Mercedes 450 SEL. It's a current project car that they're working on, and it may not be for sale. Now these came with two different engine options. You could have the 4.5 litre V8 or the 6.9 litre V8. This one has the slightly less thirsty 4.5 V8. Now this is something I would like. So maybe in the future, if the price is right, could end up on my driveway. Now this is more like a luxury limousine than your average family saloon. But one thing this does have that I absolutely love is beautiful shutting doors. And I love a beautifully shut door. Now as I mentioned before, it's not just classic cars they do here. This is a 2004 Mini Cooper S. 1.6 litre supercharged engine, developing 170 brake horsepower. Now that means you get from 0 to 60 in 7 seconds. When new, these started around sort of £15,000 up to £21,000, depending on your level of trim and what else you wanted with it. It's done 92,000 miles, but this one could be yours for just £3,500. Now that is an absolute bargain, because you are getting something that is not only cool, but also very sporty. Now inside, the thing I like about Minis is that they keep it very retro. You have the speedo in the middle here, which is harking back to the original Mini days, and you even get a cassette player. Now you might think, what? A 2004 car with a cassette player? But it does have a 6 CD changer in the boot. What you also get is these nice two-tone leather seats. Now obviously being a Mini, even though it's bigger than the original car, there's not much room in the back. But as long as you're a small child, you'll be fine. Now although this does have stone chips on the front, I have been assured that this will be addressed before the car is sold. Now what we have here is a 1982 Bauer BMW 323i. Now this one comes with the 2.3 litre I engine, which develops 141 brake horsepower, which means it gets you from 0 to 60 in 1982 in 7.9 seconds. Now the difference between the standard 323i convertible and the Bauer is that you've got this pillar down the middle, and instead of one solid piece of glass, it's split. What you've also got is this big bar across the middle and a two-stage sunroof. Now when I say sunroof, it's a convertible, but if you put it up to here, you've got a massive sunroof. Now where is this? Well, it's in the boot. Now that means it's a convertible and a hardtop. Nice mohair cover in excellent condition. Sits nicely in the boot, so you've still got all the space underneath for your shopping. Fantastic design. Okay. Now there's quite a unique way of opening the bonnet on this car. It's inside the glove box, but BMW knew this was a problem. So they give you a rechargeable torch, which is still in this car. The reason why you get this is because then you can find the bonnet release catch, which is inside the glove box. And like all traditional BMWs, you pull the bonnet forward and lift it up from the back. So what we have here is the 2.3 litre straight-six engine with a mechanical fuel injection system. Now, you can have this car in this current condition with the tiny little dings here and there and the little blemishes for around £5,000. Or have a word with the guys here and they can get everything sorted out for you for another price. Now if you fancy something a little bit different, you could go for this. Now this is a 1996 Mazda Xedos or Xedos 9. It comes with a 2.5 injection V6 engine made for the European market and develops 165 brake horsepower with a 0 to 60 time of 8.6 seconds. Now what I find funny about this is just how low the front is. Working on this in a garage must have been a bit hard on your back. But this car has only had 2 owners from new, it's sailed through the MOT and it's in absolutely fantastic condition. Now it does make it very difficult with this low front end for me to sit on the front wing. It hurts your hamstrings a bit, so I'll stand up. Now what this car does come with is xenon front lights and a full service history. Now what makes this very special is that there's only 30 of them on the road. Now inside you get lovely comfortable leather seats with the piping on, which I do like that. You get a nice simple but detailed dashboard with the modern airbag system. Now it does come with a cassette player, but like the Mini, CD changes in the boot. Now these were marketed as an executive vehicle, and you can see why, because you've got this lovely leather layout in the background and these beautiful, comfortable, soft seats in the front. The best thing is, this can be yours for just £2,000. Now, for the price, you can't really get better. And what we also have here is a 2008 Audi A5. Now myself, this is the only shape I actually like. This one, with 61,000 miles on the clock and a 2-litre turbo engine, can be yours for just £8,500. Or you could go for this 2002 BMW 535. Now this one may have done 131,000 miles, but with the service history And with BMW's renowned history, that's not a problem. And this one can be yours for just $3,750. Now this is just the beginning sample of what you can find here. Next week they've got a whole plethora of other cars coming through. And the best thing about it is that when you buy a car, you get an RAC 184 point check because they're an RAC approved dealer, but also you get 6 months warranty with the price. Now usually in most dealers you get 3 months, but you get 6 months with the option to extend up to 3 years. But on top of that you also get a year's breakdown cover. Now I know where I'm going for my next car. So that's it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe down below. Please tune in next time when we'll have another car on Motors for the Masses. Until then, drive safely and see you soon.